Ball outside the backboard. He catches the ball outside the backboard. Still has a.
Here's the levitation that you talked about, the ability to take the hit and stay in midair.
This is how a life-changing injury almost ruined Ja Morant's shot at ever being considered for the NBA. You see, it all started while his father was at work, when all of a sudden he got a call from his sister. She was screaming and crying about how something terrible had just happened to Ja. And with Ja only being 6 years old at the time, his father was heartbroken to hear that his only son had accidentally fallen off the trampoline, breaking his arm entirely. And to make things even worse, all his father could hear on the other line was his son screaming in agony in the background. As he instantly rushed home, he caught the ambulance just in time. And when he arrived, all he saw was his son's elbows pushed up into his shoulders. And as a father, all he could do was try to calm down the situation by telling him, "You gotta be a big man for me. You gotta be a big boy for me." This one incident alone would affect how Ja would play basketball forever. And as a result of the accident, this would cut off his ability to attack the rim the only way that he knew how, making his left arm 2 inches longer than his right. But what nobody saw at the time was that Ja now had a secret weapon that would only bring him closer to the rim. With those 2 extra inches now in his arsenal, Ja quickly changed up his training regimen to exclusively focusing on mastering his disability and putting those 2 extra inches to work. Playing for the South Carolina Hornets alongside the big man Zion Williamson? Just look at this. This has to be photoshopped. Damn it, not only does this show Ja's ability to overcome a life-altering injury at such an early age, it goes to show how his overall toughness would be tested for what was to come. Because during the 2015-2016 season at Crestwood High, our boy turned his game up to another level, averaging nearly a triple-double with 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists per game. And things only got crazier from there. During his senior year in the 2016-2017 season, Ja would become Crestwood's all-time scorer with 1,679 points. Nobody was putting up records like this. I mean, who do you know who's putting up 47 points in a single game against Sumter? Nobody. And we are talking about a kid who grew from 5'9" to 6 feet in just a couple of years. Performances like this would lead to Ja becoming a 3-time All-Region MVP, and even earning himself the notoriety of becoming a South Carolina Class 3A All-State Honors for back-to-back seasons. But things didn't stop there, because when leaving his high school years behind, our boy got his number 12 retired from Crestwood themselves. But despite all of these accomplishments and notoriety he was getting from his hometown, nearly nobody important was paying attention, not even scouts, until during AAU Combine, Ja would meet the man who would change his life forever. See, while Coach James Kane was driving 7 hours bumping bangers and flipping through NBA highlights on his phone, he had never heard of Ja and was actually there to scout a player by the name of Tevin Brown. As Coach Kane made his way into the gym to scout Brown, Coach was fiending for something crunchy and something cold. So as he made his way to the nearest vending machine, he noticed a couple promising prospects participating in a 3-on-3 pickup game. And unknown to Ja, this would be his big moment. Once Coach Kane saw what was happening right in front of his eyes, he knew he had found the next big thing in the NBA. So he quickly hit up Coach Matt McMahon over at Murray State. And from there, history was written.
I ordered some Doritos and soda. I was able to hear the balls bouncing in the auxiliary gym.
Ended up peeking his head in the gym and was watching for a couple minutes. I guess that's when he seen me.
Just a few minutes of watching Ja, you just knew he was special.
Ja was offered a scholarship to play exclusively for Murray State University. And once Ja stepped on the court, taking everybody to the cleaners, racking up 24.5 points, 10 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game, easily making him the first college basketball star in the century to be a top 5 draft pick coming from a college team that has made less than 100 NCAA tournament appearances. Following his second year at MSU, Ja became the first player in NCAA history to average at least 20 points and 10 assists over an entire season. The fans couldn't simply get enough. And with numbers like that, the lights were constantly on him. I mean, you could literally feel the electricity from the stands, with the entire court literally revolving around him. And finally, this would be enough for Ja to finally make it into the NBA.
Morant. A job! The Grizzlies den. It is Ja Morant.
With that said, Ja led the Grizzlies to their best ever record in the regular season, making history with the Grizzlies, putting up his first career double-double with 23 points and 11 assists, and even hitting the highlight reel with a game-winning layup in a 117-115 victory over the Hornets, leading all rookies in assists with an average of 7.1 assists per game while putting up 17.8 points per game. This led to being selected into the Rising Star Games for the 2019-2020 season, and even bigger milestones like becoming the Rookie of the Year. And hopefully, one day he can earn himself a championship.